Hello beautiful soul, it's Julia here from Quantum Healing Journey.ie, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 waves of volunteers and the new earth book I've been reading last night from Dolores Cannon. And all this morning I felt inspired to make a video and address those of you that feel like you don't belong here, like there's something wrong with you, you're just different than everyone else around you. You don't really like to be around people, you don't like gossip, it hurts when you're watching news and all the horrible things that are going on in the world. You keep searching for something, you don't know what, you feel like home is somewhere else, and you feel like you just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. There is a reason why you're watching this video. You're not alone. There are so many, there are thousands, billion people that feel like you. And Dolores Cannon have written a book where she goes into quite a detail talking about the 3 waves of volunteers and the new earth. So I will read a little bit from the book that'll explain this, and then take it from there and tell you what to do next. Okay, so here's just the back cover of the book. In 1945, when the atomic bombs were dropped, our protectors and watchers in outer space saw that Earth was on a collision course with disaster. The prime directive of non-interference prevented them from taking any action, but then they came up with a brilliant plan to save Earth and assist her in her ascension. They couldn't interfere from the outside, but maybe they could influence from the inside. So the call went out to the entire universe for volunteers to come and help. Earth is in trouble. Who wants to volunteer? And you said, I want to go. You know? So the first wave, so the purpose of the 3 waves is twofold. 1, to change the energy of the Earth so it can avoid catastrophe. And 2, to help raise the energy of the people so that they can ascend with the Earth into the next dimension. Estimating the approximate ages of the 3 waves came about while having sessions with many hundreds of people. Dolores Cannon have created this wonderful healing modality called Quantum Healing Hypnosis technique, and she has trained thousands of practitioners, including me, to do this type of hypnosis where your consciousness expands so much temporarily that you can remember who you are. You can go back to where you came from, you can feel the love and peace and the wisdom, and you can see the grander plan that you're part of. It's incredible. I'll talk about it once I read this to you. So the first wave of these souls are in their late 40s, in their late 40s to early 60s. After the dropping of the bomb at the end of the 1940s, they had the most difficult time adjusting. They don't like the violence and ugliness they find in the world and want to return home, even though they have no idea consciously where that might be. Emotions disturb them and even paralyze them, especially strong ones like anger and hate. They cannot handle being around people expressing these emotions. These dramatically affect them as though emotions are foreign to them. They are used to peace and love because that was what they experienced where they came from. Even though these people seem to have a good life, loving family and a good job, many of them try to commit suicide. There seems to be no logical reason, yet they are so unhappy they don't want to be here. The second wave are now in their late 20s and 30s. They are moving through life much more easily. They are generally focused on helping others, creating no karma, and normally going unnoticed. They have been described as antennas, beacons, generators, channels of energy. I know so many of these. They have come in with a unique energy that greatly affects others. They don't have to do anything. They just have to be. I know so many people in their 30s that they are so positive. They literally are like beacons of positive energy, and maybe they're in their ordinary, corporate job, or in a hotel industry, or whatever kind of job, the most ordinary job, and they are affecting their environment by just being themselves, so positive. They don't even realize that they are changing frequency of everyone around them. It's incredible. You are so important. You are so powerful. I have been told that just by walking through a crowded mall or grocery store, their energy affects everyone they come in contact with. It is that strong, and of course, they do not realize this consciously. I personally, for the last 2 years, if not longer, lately more and more so, I feel this massive amount of energy coming through me, and I feel like before reading this, before knowing this, I felt like all I want to do is just go through a crowded space and just radiate this energy through to everyone and affect them with my energy without them realizing or knowing, but somehow their frequency will change. I love that I had that vision so many times. The paradox is that although they are supposed to be affecting people by their energy, they really don't feel comfortable being around people. So many of them stay home, secluded, to avoid mixing with others, even working from their homes. This is my case right now, but I work from home, but people come to me to get the lift. Many of the first and second wave do not want to have children. They unconsciously realize that children create karma, and they don't want to have anything to tie them here. They just want to do their job and get out of here. Many of them do not marry unless they're lucky enough to find another of their own kind. And then the third wave are the new children, many of whom are now in their teens. They have come in with all the knowledge needed on an unconscious level. The DNA of everyone on Earth is being altered at the present time and changed in order to adjust to the new vibrations and frequencies. But the DNA of the new children has already been altered, and they're prepared to proceed with little or no problems. Scientists have actually already found children, newborns, and little children who have their third and fourth strand plugged in and activated, and they have extraordinary abilities. And scientists also discovered that people who have their two strands, that they notice that third and fourth strand is forming already. It's incredible. All of us, we're changing. The great thing about DNA, your DNA, is that the ascension is built in. I love that. But the DNA of the new children has already been altered, and they are prepared to proceed with little or no problems. Of course, many of these children are misunderstood by the schools and sadly being medicated. A recent medical report has now announced that 100 million children have been misdiagnosed with ADHD and put on drugs. There's nothing wrong with these children. They're just more advanced and operating on a different frequency. Because they're so intelligent, they become easily bored at school. I've been told that they need challenges to keep them interested. This group have been called the hope of the world. Some of these children are only 9 or 10 years old and have already graduated from college. They are forming organizations, and amazingly, these are organizations to help the children of the world. Yes, so if you feel like you're a volunteer, like you're coming from somewhere else, and you feel there is a purpose to your existence, but you don't know what it is, I strongly encourage you to look up Dolores Cannon. Look up her work. You can go on YouTube, and there are hundreds of amazing videos with information that she was sharing on her conferences. She traveled all around the world, teaching thousands of people her amazing technique. She was working with doctors, with scientists. She has written 17 books. They're all this thick or thicker. There is such a wealth of information that will help you understand the life and the reason why you're here. if you want to take it one step further and experience, remember who you are, book a session with Quantum Healing Hypnosis practitioner in your area. You can go onto DoloresCannon.com website or DoloresCannonQHHT.com websites to find practitioners in your area. If you live in Ireland, you'll find me at quantumhealingjourney.ie. And what happens in this session is you go even deeper than the usual type of hypnosis. You go into theta state, which will allow you to expand your consciousness temporarily so much that you will be able to access information from your higher self, from your soul. And not only that, you will experience, you will feel the emotion of infinite love, peace, wisdom. You can ask any question about your life and about the earth, and the answers will come through you. You will be talking, but it will be your higher self talking. You will allow your soul to come through and speak through you. It's incredible experience. It mightn't happen on the very first session that you will have, because there might be first you might need to get rid of some emotional blocks that have been created in your early years. I'm speaking from my own experience. When I booked my first session 2 years ago, I didn't go to, I didn't meet my star family, or didn't really feel what my soul was, although I did connect to my higher self, and I loved that feeling towards the end of the session. But first I had to go through healing of my inner child, and memories from my early childhood that were suppressed on a conscious level came out, and I had to heal the emotional blocks that I had so that I could raise my vibration to become more aligned with my higher self. And then when I booked my second session, then I didn't even go to my early childhood or to any of my past lives. I went straight to this amazing consciousness. I felt like I had no head, and all I felt was universe, space, and I connected to different types of beings, beautiful, loving beings, and the information that came through about my life and about the earth was incredible. And then I booked my third session, where I went and I was invited to have a look at the Athena mothership. I met Ashtar, they showed me around, and I was explained the purpose of my life, the role that I play in this grander scheme of things, and it was incredible. I highly, highly recommend you do this. If you really feel like you don't belong, like you're not from Earth, book a session, book a QHHT session with a practitioner in your area ASAP. What will happen after the session? In this session, as you expand your consciousness, as you remember who you are, as you meet your soul family, as you radiate this true essence through your body, through your mind, through your emotions, you just explode this love into your beingness. Your frequency, or even your physical frequency, will change, will shift, and of course your reality will start changing and shifting. You will start meeting volunteers, and you will start meeting people who are just like you, and it'll feel incredible. And together then you will start co-creating and really living your life purpose and helping with this grand plan of Earth ascending into higher dimension, with people and humanity raising their consciousness to feel more love and peace and united consciousness. It is so incredible. We are so close. We're doing so well. Don't mind the media. There's so much more to it. So I hope this video inspired you. If you feel like you need someone to talk to about these things, get in touch with me. I've spent years and years of researching this information, so I'll be delighted to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a great day. Cheerio. Bye bye.